church family. It's gonna get a little funky in here. Stand with me and sing. This is a song written by our very own Gary Lynn Floyd. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody. I hear you. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Woo! Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Take it away, Rob. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Laura, and our wonderful, wonderful band. Thank you for all you do to make every service special. Good morning. Good classroom. I'm Reverend Jackie. I'm an associate minister here at Mile High Church, and I am doing it all today. Not really. I have some great helpers here with me. So I'm so thankful that you're here today. Our message is on stories, the stories that make us whole. You know how that is. We love technology and the theme that I'm going to use for this is tapestry. And so I hope that when we're finished with this, that you'll walk away with a feeling of how you can look at your own tapestry, which is your life, and how you can enhance it and bring back some of those things that maybe you've pushed away. But I want to start by reading you a quote from the Science of Mind textbook from our founder, Ernest Holmes. Whatever the mind holds to and firmly believes in, which are your stories, forms a new pattern of thought within its creative mold, as whatever thought is held in the mind tends to take outward form in new creations, new tapestries. This is the secret and the whole secret of the creative law of mind. So now as we get ready to start this service, let's look at our vision and mission, which is such an important part of our life here at Mile High and our life here on planet Earth. So our vision, oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. And our mission, to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. And now we'll open our service with song, silence, and a prayer from Reverend Steve.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the rush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the rush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
Grateful for the gift of silence. Grateful for this community. And when we join in community and in silence, we join with spiritual communities around the world, around the globe, each recognizing their God of their understanding in whatever language, whatever name is given to this one presence. And what I know for me and would like you to know is that the highest God and the innermost God are one God. And in that silence, when we listen from the heart and listen to that inner God, it is there we find the truth, and the truth sets us free. I'm grateful for this teaching of Ernest Holmes. He did a lot of our homework for us in finding the common ground of all religions, all faith paths, all beliefs. What is common amongst them that seems true for all, not for one, but true for all? And he called that the golden thread of truth. Those joining me in the Teal Sanctuary here in person can see the tapestries on each side of the sanctuary that show that golden thread of truth weaving through all faith paths. And I see that golden thread of truth as weaving together the tapestry. Each of us our own piece of cloth. I learned that from Dr. Patty, who's present with us here today. Each of us brings our own colors, our own fabric, our own being, our threads to the one tapestry. And together it's one big, beautiful picture created from and through and as the divine. So once again, grateful for this teaching, grateful for your presence here today. And I ask that you do realize and understand that the highest God and the innermost God are one God. Knowing it is done, it is true, it is so. And so it is.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, yeah, my soul. I'm diving in to the sweetest
We have 3 readings today from great authors to support Reverend Jackie's message. The first one comes from Maya Angelou, who tells us, "There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside of you." And Brené Brown tells us, "Owning our story and loving ourselves through that process is the bravest thing that we will ever do." And lastly, from Mitch Albom, "No story sits by itself. Our lives connect like threads on a loom, interwoven in ways we never realize."
We come with beautiful secrets. We come with purpose. It's written on our hearts. It's written on our souls. We come in every new morning with peaceful purposes in our soul, our work and our souls. Redemption comes in strange places, small spaces, calling out the best of who we are. And I want to add to the beauty to tell a better story. Oh, shine with the light that's burning up inside. We come in small inspiration. It comes in redemption in our lives and our work. In our lives and our work. It comes in loving community. It comes in helping a soul find its worth. A soul find its worth. Redemption comes in strange places, small spaces, calling out the best of who we are. And I want to add to the beauty to tell a better story. Oh, shine with the light that's burning up inside. I want to add to the beauty of this life. And this is grace, an invitation to be beautiful. And this is grace, an invitation. Redemption comes in strange places and small spaces, calling out our best. And I want to add to the beauty. I want to shine with the light that's burning up inside. Add to the beauty to tell a better story. I want to shine with the light that's burning up inside. Add to the beauty.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Bijou, Mike, Rob. I want to tell you how wonderful it is to co-create these services with Laura Berman. Thank you. So I'm going to do a couple of ads. Since I am your outreach minister, I want to share with you that this week and next week are the last 2 weeks for our school supply drive. That school supply drive, I spoke last week to it, that if you can do it online, it's really much better for us because we're going to have to transport the school supplies, physical supplies ourselves. So our wonderful marketing department managed to put a QR code on this slide so you can take a picture of it. I understand. My friend Nathan tried it and it worked. You can take a picture of it. If you want to do it that way, you can go on to our online into milehighchurch.org and you can do it there, a little spot that says here. But please help. This is a wonderful way to support our Jefferson County schools. For those children who can't afford, their families can't afford to get them those school supplies that are so necessary to make their education a little bit better. And the second thing is I am sending out great love to our folks who were at the Habitat build yesterday. I was there to do the house. I was one of the clergy there to do a house blessing. And at the same time, there were a group of people doing a build. Do you know how hot it was yesterday? So I want to say there was a wonderful Mile High contingency there. Give them a hand. And if you are interested in getting more involved in Habitat, we have Tom and Linda Brunn who come to this service, or you can give a note to any one of us at the Make a Difference and we'll make sure they get it. It is a really great organization to support. So now take a nice deep breath. You know, in our teaching, we teach that we are whole, complete, and perfect. And if that's the case, then why are we talking about stories? Well, we don't act like we're whole, complete, and perfect. I don't know about you, but I don't always show up that way. And so what I'm going to do today is talk to you about the fact that each one of us represents a tapestry. And in this sanctuary, we have 2 tapestries. And one of the things you'll notice if you've ever looked at a tapestry is if you stand away from it, you get a beautiful picture of whatever is on that tapestry. But if you get within a couple of inches, you lose the big picture and you start getting down into the detail. And the detail are all those different threads that were used to create that tapestry. And if you were to turn it over, you'd see knots and maybe a little more messiness. All of that is what our lives represent. The lovely, lovely threads, the thicker threads, the knots, some of the messiness, that's each one of us represents that in our tapestry. And in the quote I used at the welcome, Ernest Holmes reminds us that stories create new patterns. So what that means to us is that those new patterns, it doesn't change our wholeness. It just makes our wholeness look a little different. Because our wholeness is based on the fact that each and every one of us, whether you believe in this teaching or not, are individualized expressions of the divine. That's what makes us whole. That's what makes us whole. So today what we're going to do is talk about those tapestries, and I'm going to give you some of my life. So I'm going to share my tapestry somewhat with you. Henry Ward Beecher was a congregational clergy. He was a social reformer, and he was a contemporary of Emerson, and he said this: "We sleep, but the loom of life never stops, and the pattern which was weaving when the sun went down is weaving when it comes up in the morning." Have you ever thought about that? When you go to sleep, that loom, that patterning of your life is still going on, and when you get up in the morning, it's continuing. Life never stops weaving us. Now, that doesn't mean that's some outside force weaving us when I say life. The truth is that what we do, we show the world, we try to, maybe none of you do, maybe it's only me. We try to show the world a perfect, shiny self. Would you agree? We don't want people to see the knots and the threads and all those things that are behind the tapestry. We want them to see us as all put together. But the truth is, without those knots, without that messiness, we are not showing up as the complete pattern of who we really are. For the last 120 years of this country, our collective history was told as a single, smooth storyline. Last week, Josh talked about some of this. And of course, what I would say to you is, as years have passed, we have begun to reconcile with the fact that it was not such a beautiful, perfect unfolding. But thank God they did. It unfolded the way it did so that we can be free in this beautiful country we call the United States. But there are hidden pieces to this. And really what it is the stories that are told in the margins. Sometimes if you were looking at a manuscript, or even if you take classes, have you ever written in the margins, made your own special notes? Well, what I'm going to share with you today are some of those notes that you may not be aware of in our 250 years of history in this country. Now, what I want to tell you is that what I'm using is a book that Reg Glanton, one of our congregants, gifted me with about 2 months ago, and it's called We the Women by Nora O'Donnell. It's a wonderful book that talks about, in her case, she's focusing on women who had a big impact on this country over that 250 years. But what I want to tell you is it's not just women. It's people of color. It's our indigenous brothers and sisters. It's men. Let's be honest, it's a wide raft of people. I mean, I don't want to leave our men out of this, but I want to tell you that what's beautiful about this is it reminds us of the number of people that have impacted the story of this country to make us think about what people have impacted my story, and we'll get more into that. It was interesting because as I was looking at this book, it reminded me of the movie Hidden Figures. You remember that? And what her subtitle of this book is, The Hidden Heroes Who Shaped America. So I don't think they were necessarily intentionally hidden. They were marginalized. They were put in the margins of history, and we'll look at a few of them this morning. The first point I want to make in my talk is the importance of reclaiming lost threads, because those lost threads can rewrite our own identity. In Nora O'Donnell's book, she uses one example, and it is the very first story she tells, and it's about Mary Catherine Goddard. Do I have historians in the room that know who Mary Catherine Goddard is? Well, she was the woman who printed the first official signed Declaration of Independence. Isn't that fascinating? And yet, we don't know much about her, other than she was a printer and that this action happened. But again, it's that lost piece. And so As a country and as an individual, we cannot feel whole if we leave our most foundational efforts and identities in the margins. So many of you know I was a school teacher for a while. So I'm going to give you, we're going to do a little lessons here, and then I'm going to send you with homework. What more could you want? And that includes you online, too. So one of the things that I did was kind of look at my own life and say, where are some of those places that I've left out things, or I've forgotten them, or whatever it might be. So the biggest one for me, as I grew up, because, well, maybe it'll become clear, I was, as a young person, very athletic. I still love my golf, and I love swimming and some of those things, but I was very athletic. I grew up in a neighborhood of predominantly boys. And I had a younger brother who I was closest with. And so, what's the natural thing I did? I played football with them, I rode bicycles with them, and I told this story at 8, and this is the truth. I was not chosen last. I often actually was even the quarterback. And so what's so fascinating is, that was something as I got older, I thought, you want to be a little girly girl, or there's nothing wrong with girly girls. But as I said, what I realized was I was giving up a huge piece of who I really was, because in my time, there were no organized activities for girls until they got to high school. Now, I was on a swimming team, but now they've got soccer and so many other sports that girls can play. Yay. But for me, I had to wait till high school. So when I got into high school, I played field hockey, my favorite sport. I played basketball, and I played softball all the way through high school. And by the time I was a senior, I was the captain of those teams, all 3 of those teams. And one of the things I learned, which I think is so important for this discussion of the tapestry, is that by being in that position, I learned leadership and I learned team building that I might not have learned anywhere else. Because it was that living education that made the difference in my being able to take what I learned and step into a variety of roles in my life. So I say that don't downplay those kinds of things in your life. Find your lost threads, the things, and when I say they're not really lost, you've maybe just hidden them away somewhere or not thought about them, but find them and reclaim them and then own them. The second point is that vulnerability fosters deeper connections. Because a tapestry isn't held together by the lovely silk threads. It would not survive if that was all it was made out of. It has to be made out of stronger materials so that it can hold the strength of the tapestry. So that's what we're talking about in this vulnerability. When we offer our honest, unfiltered experiences, we strengthen the fabric of our communities and create something far more resilient together. In We the Women, Nora O'Donnell talks about many women who have moved forward, but I've chosen 2. The first are the Fortin family women. Is anyone familiar with them? It's okay, it's not a test. They were the black founders of Philadelphia who fiercely fought for abolition and suffrage. And I assume everyone knows what suffrage is. That was the right to vote for women. Now, that really speaks volumes when you look at that. But then we have someone like a Dr. Mary Edwards Walker. She was a Civil War surgeon at a time when the men didn't think that was the place for women. And she was discriminated against for going out onto the battlefields and saving lives. Those are people who did what their heart and their soul told them was the right thing to do with the gifts they had. So what is that for you? For me, when many of you know I am a Virginian. It's my confession. I'm a Virginian. And after we got married, we lived in Virginia for several years, but eventually we moved to Pennsylvania. And I did some teaching there, but we found a church there because it's been a very big part of my life, being in a spiritual community since I was very young. But we found this Lutheran church, got very involved, worked in lots of different areas, and then I was asked to be one of the elders of that church. Now, the elder in the Lutheran church is I would say, is similar to our practitioners. They're part of the ecclesiastical arm of the church, so they support the minister, they do hospital visits, they help do the communion services, and I understand that could be Greek for some of you, or some of you are shaking from thinking about this, but the important part for me is to tell you, this was a very conservative community. I was the first woman they had ever asked to be an elder. And so I have to say that there were a couple of men in that church who lifted me up and made sure that I could be successful in that role. So I love that, and I want to tell you something about the community because I love this story. I just love to tell this story. This community was, as I said, a very conservative, very conservative community. It reminded me very much, have you seen the movie Pleasantville? Mm-hmm. If you haven't, you might want to watch it because it's fascinating. The first part of the movie is in black and white. And then all of a sudden, the women in the movie get enlightened. They find out there are other things they can do in life, and the movie shifts to color. And that's what this community felt like to me, that it was happy being in that kind of black and white world. And so it was quite a move for them to have a woman step into that position. But I will tell you, some of the best friends my husband and I have had in our life came from that community because of they were just salt of the earth kind of people. So also keep your eyes open. When you think something isn't, it may surprise you. But remember, we're talking about this tapestry. And so that could be a knot that's on the back of your tapestry. What is that knot for you? And does it really speak somewhat to who you are right now? Or who you might become once you bring that knot to the surface again? And the third point is that when we weave the individual threads together, we can create a shared tapestry. And this one to me is so important because no thread in a tapestry exists on its own, right? Wouldn't that be quite a strange tapestry? But so we need each other is the point of this point that I'm sharing with you, that people before us in our lives have probably given us something that has helped to create the tapestry that we are today. David Begnaud is a journalist with CBS, and he does segments on storytelling. On CBS Morning, they're on there periodically, but he also has a YouTube, and it's called The Person Who Believed in Me. And what he does is he asks leaders and change makers one question: who believed in you before the world did? And then these people talk about who influenced them. Have you ever thought about that? Someone shared with me after 8 o'clock that they had written down 10 people who had influenced them in their lives. I encourage you to do that, because that's your tapestry. It's not just the tapestries of those people. It's your tapestry that has come into you. You just never know, for yourself also, the influence you may have on another person. When this week I received in the mail a handwritten letter from one of my college roommates, and she was telling me, because it had just come up in her life, and she and her husband are good friends of ours, but that she wanted to thank us for something we had done years ago that was so important to her. We don't know what influence we're having on people. And that's the reason we need to be kind, be kinder, because people are watching, and people are hoping for kindness. So in We the Women, the tie-in is Constance Baker Motley. I said this at 8, and I'll say it now because Josh will watch this. He probably will know who she is. She was an attorney for Dr. King when he was imprisoned in Birmingham. She was also an assistant to Thurgood Marshall. She was the author of the original complaint in Brown versus the Board of Education, and the first black woman to argue before the Supreme Court. And she won 9 out of her 10 arguments. I share that with you because Ketanji Baker, sorry, I lost her for a moment, Ketanji Baker Jackson was extremely influenced by Constance, and she is now the first black female justice on the Supreme Court. So do you see? You don't know what influence you could have. And just, again, think about the people who have influenced you. So this is really the ultimate weave, is those who are outside of ourselves, who have had an influence upon us. And so I would suggest when you get home, or you can even sit here right now and think about it, who's a mentor, or maybe one of your ancestors who influenced you to be who you are today. And so for me, I thought of several people, and the first one was my first grade teacher, Mrs. Burns. And the reason she had such an influence on me was she saw me, she nurtured me, and I think she really had the greatest influence on my love of music, because I would go to her home with my mother, and she played the piano beautifully. And later on, I began playing the piano. But you don't know. Look at these children, the influences on them that we just don't know about. Then, of course, I will always say my father, who I call Daddy, and to this day. He was significantly older than my mother, So to tell you the truth, he could have been one of those who said, this is the position for women. They should be at home. They should be homemakers. They should stay there till their children are raised, whatever that whole thing is. And that's fine if that's your calling. But what he said to me was, Jackie, you can do anything you set your mind to. I can't tell you what an influence. As you can see, years later, and I still tell that story because it was so influential on who I am today. And there's so many more. Of course, my high school coaches, they were a big starting point for who I am now. And each of you has those people in your lives. Think about them. So I invite you today to think about your tapestry, to think about who are the people that have influenced your tapestries. What are situations in your life that have influenced the tapestry, the stories? These are stories we're talking about. Stop trying to make your story perfect. Anybody do that? I want everybody to see me perfectly. People aren't going to appreciate that as much as they're going to appreciate seeing you for who you are. It's one of the biggest comments I've gotten on this talk, is because I've revealed myself to people. Don't be afraid to. You can have an influence on people. So I'm going to suggest you go home and write a story, your own story of resilience that maybe you've forgotten, and reach out to a mentor and tell them how much they meant to you, how much their thread strengthened yours in your tapestry. Don't leave your history in the margins like so many of these people from We the Women. Yes, we're whole, complete, and perfect as we are, but do we really know who we are? So I'm just encouraging you to start checking in and saying, this is who I am. So to close, I have an affirmation for us to say. It'll be on the screen. I am whole, even here. I am guided by the deeper truth of my being. Every story I've lived is held in love, and love is the story that leads me home. Let us pray. And I invite our practitioners to stand and hold consciousness in this prayer. And I invite any of you in the room after the service to come up front and have a prayer with our practitioners. Right here, right now, I feel the presence of the divine in this space, the one, the all. Everything in life is available. And I know each one of us are connected. We are individualized expressions of that one life on planet Earth at this time. So I affirm right now that each person in the sound of my voice considers their personal tapestry, considers the influences that created that tapestry, the good, the not so good, those who have made such a difference in your individual life, knowing that the divine has a perfect plan. And each time we look at these stories, we create a new pattern. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for this truth that all is God and that all is life. So I can release this prayer now into that beautiful, infinite mind that is always responding yes to what we believe. So I can let this prayer go. I can let it be. And so it is.
I am here. I am whole as I am. I am safe. I am loved as I am. I am grateful and I am free. And I'm as perfect as can be. I am here. I am whole as I am.
Thank you, Laura. And now it's a time in our service to pass baskets. We still do that. And I just want to be so thankful because I work with the donors also, and I'm so appreciative of the gifts that this congregation gives, whether it be through some of our Make a Difference projects or to support this beautiful place we call Mile High Church, that keeps it as an eternal flame for so many souls. And so I just thank you, thank you, thank you. So now let's say our affirmation together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
Thanks, Reverend Jackie. A good day, a very good day. You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast, to be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle in your skin. Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you said what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. I wanna see you, yeah, just wanna see you, just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave, just wanna see you. I just wanna see you, just wanna see you. Wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's stared down by the enemy, falling for the fear and done some disappearing. Bow to the mighty, but don't run. Stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how did your bravest say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what
Well done. Lots of words in that song, Laura Berman.
Lots of words.
But thank you for being brave and singing it with us.
Right.
And thank you so much for the beautiful music today. I agree with Reverend Jackie. We have beautiful music here at Mile High Church. Yes. Do you agree? Yeah. And next week, we're happy to say that Ms. Lauren Sheely will be with us back again to sing. Yay! So we're looking forward to that. Thank you so much for being here, especially if this is your first visit with us. We love to welcome first-time guests here. We consider you a wonderful gift to us and are so grateful for your presence. And we'd love to be of service to you. So if you are brand new, we would love to see you in our Welcome Center right in the center of the lobby. After the service, we do have information there and can answer questions. And we also have some gifts, right, Jackie?
We
Some
do.
amazing gifts. So come and be brave and receive a gift from us,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
We would love to have you do that. So thanks again. We hope you return many, many times. And I just want to let you know that at 11:30, I am doing a workshop over in the Vote Center Auditorium about financial abundance. I believe that if we want to change anything in our life, it begins with consciousness. It begins with changing our mindset, our attitudes, our beliefs. And so our workshop today is going to be about how do you change your consciousness around finances and money and abundance in your life. It goes from 11:30 to 1. It's for a love offering. All are welcome. Hope to see you be there. And here's Kelly Berry from our Prayer and Care Center who's got something coming up too.
Thank you, Dr. Michelle. I just want to say the death of a loved one changes our lives forever, but we don't have to walk that path alone. Please join us at First Steps, which is coming up July 24th and 25th. It's a gentle 2-day grief workshop. Highly recommend that you come to deepen your mourning and to find things that will nurture your spirit. This is an opportunity to do it together in community. Information's on the church website, and it's also in the Prayer and Care Center. Hope to see you there.
And we have Healing Light this evening, and I really want to invite you, if you have never attended or if you have attended, you know how beautiful that service is. It's a contemplative, meditative service that can take you right to the center. So I really encourage you to come to that service this evening. So now I'll invite you to be brave and stand. I won't ask you to sing, but I'm just so thankful for the diverse tapestries that show up in Mile High Church and in each one of these beautiful beings that I see in front of me. I send you out into the world to take those tapestries and be beneficial presents. Thank you, God. And so it is.